Welcome to the Everblack Nerdcast. On this episode, we talk to voice acting legends Nolan North and Troy Baker about their Retro Replay YouTube show and, of course, their upcoming appearance at Supanova on the Gold Coast this weekend. Both Nolan and Troy are hilarious, and if you haven't caught their show, Retro Replay, I highly recommend checking it out. It's funny as hell, and just seeing the two play off each other, it's just really fun. You can meet both of the guys this weekend at Supanova and a whole bunch of other guests, and there's stalls and heaps of stuff to do. If you've never been to one of these cons, they're just a hell of a lot of fun. So, get your tickets now through www.supanova.com.au. All right, before we go into this episode, we have to mention that it's been brought to you by Blacklight Art and Design, who are our go-to for all our screen printing needs. They've done all our shirts and hats for Everblack Media, and they've got such a quick turnaround. I highly recommend checking them out. www.blacklightad.com.au. The show is also brought to you by our good friends at RW Promotion, who are the best in the biz when it comes to stickers, flyers, banners, badges, and all other promo you need for your band or business. Go check them out at www.rwpromotion.com.au. Also want to give a shout out to our friends at Lumberpunks Axe Throwing Club, who now have two venues in Queensland, one in Miami on the Gold Coast and the other in West End in Brisbane. Lumberpunks Axe Throwing Club is the perfect destination for solo adventurers, date nights, birthday parties, hens, bucks. Doesn't matter what music you listen to, because you get to choose what your soundtrack will be for you chucking axes like a badass. All sessions are 1.5 hours in length and comprise of a safety induction, instruction on tactical tomahawks and hatchets, and then competitive play. Receive 10% off your session when quoting Everblack in your booking notes. Terms and conditions apply. Alright, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and our Everblack podcast through iTunes. Leave us a review. Tell us what you think. That would be awesome. All right, here is our interview with Troy Baker and Nolan North. Catch them at Supanova this weekend, and we'll see you there. Enjoy.
Gentlemen, how are you?
Good. How you doing?
Good. Have I got both of you there?
Yes. We just finished up some tapings of our show Retro Replay, and we're taping. We've been shooting all day. So, we're actually, you're going to have the luxury of hearing us go from the handheld phone all the way over to the car handset, because we're driving. We always take advantage of the carpool lanes out here in Los Angeles.
Excellent. Well, it's definitely awesome to talk to you guys. You're both coming down to Supanova on the Gold Coast and Melbourne to do the Retro Replay podcast live.
Yeah, can't wait. We've both been down there. Daniel throws a great party with Supanova, so it's our pleasure.
Well, we can't wait, man. How did it come about in the first place to do the podcast down here?
Oh, man, we're set. It's like a court-ordered thing. We have to do it together. Our parole officer, a lot of people don't know, we actually have these electric ankle bracelets that bind us together, and we figured, hey, we might as well try to do something while we're incarcerated like this. We came up with the idea came about where, people had always talked about our, these games, and Troy was always a gamer, and I like playing video games, but life got in the way, and I never really got to play a lot of things. And he would talk to me, say, "You didn't play this, you didn't play that," and so we decided one day to go back, do it, and then got with our producing partners, Drew Lewis, PJ Harsman, somewhere, I don't remember exactly who, but they're like, "We need to film this, and Cameras on this."
Yeah, put cameras on this, because this is interesting, and apparently a lot of people are agreeing with them. So, so we're now up to about, over 40 episodes that we've taped?
I think we just did 41.
Yeah, I think we just did 41 taping today, and it's been absolutely brilliant, and now that just, the perfect, the next step was some, and Troy and I have gone to cons together. We've done it separately, and then when Uncharted 4 came out, we started doing a lot of Uncharted 4, and at conventions they had us do panels together, And that's when we really saw this dynamic in a live setting kind of really come to life. And
you do like the kind of, and this is kind of what the whole press junket is for. It's like a step and repeat when you answer kind of the same questions. And one day, I think he and I both were just kind of like maybe a little bored, maybe a little jet lagged, maybe a little bit. And I think I crashed my panel, and it became, Troy's going to give like the very artistic and philosophical answer to a question, and then Nolan's just going to come in and give the dick joke. That's like our dynamic. Yeah. I was like, well, this kind of works. And then whether it be on an airplane or on a train or on a car going to the airport or whatever, there were these conversations that he and I would have, and I'm like, man, I never knew that about you. And I was like, if people were in the car with us right now, like if I cared anything about the games that I've played that we've been in, I would want to know these stories. And it's kind of an unwritten rule where we don't end an episode until we've learned something about the other person. And it could be something really deep or something super stupid. Like the fact that you once were sexually assaulted by a dog. Right. There you go. I'll let you decide which one of that is the deep or which one is the trivial.
Awesome. Well, I mean, it's taken off. I mean, it's such a good show. And, you're playing the video games in the show. Is there a game that you guys just refuse to play, like Bart versus the Space Mutants? Like that game ruined lives and people.
No, dude. We want to make a fun show. But I will say this. We kind of have our second unwritten rule is no Mario. It's kind of like the Freebird of video games. We could play it, but we're not going to play it. And we actually have, I think, more fun when...
We skimmed the surface with Donkey Kong, though, didn't we?
Did we do that?
Didn't we do that with Donkey Kong?
Did we do that live? I think we did it live.
Yeah, and it sucked.
It was just terrible.
It was just like, nobody cares.
We pulled out the most random, like, it's been one of our worst episodes, but, man, I had an absolute blast. Being a kid of the 90s, we did a 90s fad mashup where it was like Cool Spot and the California Raisins and all of these, like, horrible, obvious cash grabs from the brilliant mind of some marketing genius that clearly is no longer working in the industry. And it's all about being the springboard for where we were at when these things came out. And so it leads us down the movies that we watched, the music that we listened to, the places where we were, the people that we were dating, all of these kind of experiences. So the game really kind of becomes just a backdrop for us really digging in and finding out more about each other. And what I love is that our community has reflected that. And our community digs in, and they want to know more about each other, and they start asking and interacting with each other in the same way that we are interacting with each other as well.
And to top that, we also find out more about the community.
Yeah.
And it's really interesting when you build your community and you really care about them. The numbers start growing, but you still feel like you're just speaking to this small core.
Yeah.
And it's great. Especially I love seeing the people who they're supporting each other and they become friends through our community.
Yeah.
It's just a cool thing. We found ourselves in a position because of our individual careers to come together and find something new, a new way to reach people and entertain them, and it's going really well. We're enjoying it.
That's unreal, fellas. Like, it's so good you guys have found a new way of, connecting with people as well, like you said. And talking about sets, that set that you film on, is that a set or is that someone's basement or is that someone's house? Because it's really cool.
It's so fun. Everyone automatically assumed it was a basement, which I thought was great.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing paneling. I think it was the original
paneling on the wall. It's a set.
It's absolutely a set. But to me, that speaks to the magic of, again, people put it in a place, and it felt authentic. And I think that's the way that we approached it, where it's like, we're not going to put on airs. We want it to look good, and we want it to, be shot well. But, man, I watched some of the original, like the first 2 or 3 episodes, I'm like, holy crap, we look really good now. But the thing that's interesting though, it's like by being able to have something that looks really good quality, and that again goes to PJ Harsma and Drew Lewis, our partners. I mean, they make it look that good, but it takes the pressure off us having to be that good. It's like, imagine if like two guys broke into this beautiful set and just started bullshitting. Yeah. Wow. That's us. It's like, but you have to understand, we walk into every episode of Retro Replay with zero plan. There's no script, no idea what's going to happen, what we're going to say. There's nothing, scripted. It's just, and I think that's where it looks so good and it comes off so genuine, so authentic. And that's where we've hit a kind of a sweet spot, and we're just running with it.
And there's times when I'll be like, we absolutely have to play this game. Or Drew Lewis will say, I think you guys should play this game. And so it's literally like when we were kids, I found a game that I loved, or my friend down the street was like, I just played this game, you got to play it. It's that same kind of dynamic of sharing that excitement over an experience. And that's how we go into a game. And some of them, like, we just played Russian Attack, and I completely forgot that I played that game growing up, both in the arcade and on my Nintendo. So it's like, oh my, it's on a transported, and then that's topped by Nolan going, I've never played this before. So you're like, holy shit, you've never played this before. Oh man, wait till you get this level. And it's that kind of excitement that we had as kids playing these games, and we get to do it as grown men.
And it's awesome you get to see his reactions as well.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so of course, you both have worked with director Keith Aram as well, I believe. How would you describe working with him?
Gosh, I haven't seen Keith in years. We're pretty, he was a good buddy that I remember just early work, and I'm grateful for everything he did, because, if there was something came up, I think both Troy and I were on his short list, and, gosh, I'm trying to remember. I remember one of my favorite Keith stories is we did Transformers together. It was one of the first times they'd ever put Troy and I in a booth together, and I don't think it happened again for another 3 years.
Yeah.
But we did Transformers. I was Cliffjumper, and he was Jazz, right? Wasn't it?
I was playing Jazz. He played Cliffjumper, and they were like, oh, this will be great. We'll put Nolan North and Troy Baker in the booth together, and they can read the lines together. And they set up a camera so they could get, like, behind-the-scenes B-roll for it and everything. And within about 15 minutes, they were breaking that camera down, and I think they burned the tape because it was like this area. No, Keith's one of those guys that he's got if he has a dream, he has an idea, and every idea that he comes up with is like a fever dream.
Absolutely. What can you expect for the next season?
There's a bunch of huge announcements that we have coming. That early April that we have.
Actually, while we're down in Australia, there's going to be big announcements on our channel. So
yes,
we'll be the good people of Australia, Melbourne, and Gold Coast will be the first to know about it. So we'll be there when big plans, and gosh, I wish I could say more, but just know that you guys are going to get the first eyes on it.
And the best part is it's more games, more stories, more funny.
That's what we want. Thank you so much, gentlemen. It's been an absolute pleasure hanging out with you. I'll see you guys on the Gold Coast.
Thanks so much, mate.
Cheers.
See you guys. Bye.